Hey Sarah, good afternoon. Hey, I was just wondering, it's already been 2 weeks since you moved into that house. Are you all settled in? How are you holding up?
Oh, hey, Arlene. Good of you to call. Surprised that anybody was keeping track of it. Thanks.
Oh, yeah. Well, our kids are about the same age and will probably be going to the same school.
I'm a bit settled in, but still getting used to the place. But I did get a feeling for the neighborhood and a good idea where all the shops are, especially the supermarket.
Oh, yeah? You do all your shopping, huh?
Excuse me?
Well, you live in that huge house. I figured you'd have a maid or two to do all the grocery shopping and cleaning around the house.
Yeah, right. Well, I am planning on hiring a gardener and someone to do the house maintenance when it's needed, but no maid at the moment. I plan to do all the cooking and cleaning and anything else that needs to be done.
Oh, really? I see. I didn't realize you had such a working class mentality.
Are you serious? Working class mentality? Seems a bit rude.
Oh, please. I was only kidding. Don't take it literally.
I'm sorry, I really have to get back to work.
Don't tell me you also work. Yeah, right. I've never seen you leave the house for work or anything.
I work at home. Online. With all the technology now, you really don't have to leave your home. Things have really changed in the last few years.
Is that right? I thought you were just a regular housewife. I see. So you're working.
Okay, like I said, I really have to be getting back to work. Goodbye!
All right then. Talk to you again.
Hello, Arlene. Do you have a little time?
Yeah, what is it?
Yeah, my son Carl. He was saying something weird today, and I was just wondering.
Yeah, Carl. What about him?
I hope you're not offended by what I'm about to say, but I had to make sure I had it right. Could you verify something for me?
Oh, yeah. Okay. What is it?
Again, I'm just trying to confirm something, so don't take it the wrong way. Are you seeing James? Like, just the two of you meeting somewhere?
Huh? Why do you ask?
You know that your house is on the way from my son's school, right? Carl said he saw James going into your house on several occasions.
Oh, I see. So he saw him, huh? Well, I suppose if there's a witness, there's no use in denying it. Yep, that's right. Your son isn't mistaken.
I have been meeting with your husband James on numerous occasions.
And I have to admit, it's very... how can I put this? A mature, adult relationship, if you get my meaning.
You're not serious.
I am, and we've been seeing each other quite a few times. You've probably noticed that he's been out quite a bit recently.
Yes, I certainly noticed that. It hasn't been his normal everyday routine recently. Now I see what's going on.
Ever since I saw him when you were first moving in, well, I had my eye on him.
Excuse me?
The reason why I sent you that line message was just a ploy to get acquainted and be a little closer to James. Worked out nicely in my opinion. I really have to thank you for acting as our matchmaker, if you will.
Hold on a second. Arlene, you're forgetting something, aren't you? You're married, if I remember correctly.
Yes, that's right. But my husband is away on a business trip. No, not really a trip, though. He's working out of state for about a year now. That's why I was able to make my home our little love nest, if you will.
Let me get this straight. You're married, but you have no qualms about having a fling? What in God's name were you thinking?
Oh, having a fling! It's nothing of the sort. You don't understand, Sarah. We're in love. We're both in agreement. We both want this. No one is having a little fling. This is the real deal.
What I'm saying is it's not what a married woman would do.
What can I say? We are in love. There's nothing we or anybody else can do about it.
You're being totally illogical. You can't just say you're in love and that's it.
There's nothing to worry about. All you have to do is divorce him and I'll marry him. Everyone's happy, right?
You are totally demented. Besides, there is no use talking with you. Anyway, let me ask you a little about James. I may even have to force you guys to stop seeing each other. This isn't over.
Oh my, did I anger you? If it's about compensation, don't worry about that. I'll pay for that, no problem. And as for James, he's staying over at my house tonight, so he won't be home for dinner or breakfast.
Let me just ask you one thing. Why James? Why did you target him?
It's obvious, isn't it? What does a woman want from a guy the most? Money, of course. His high annual salary, and he's certain not lacking in that department.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, well, maybe I talked a little too much, so may as well tell you.
Yeah, I'm waiting.
Your husband makes $500,000 a year, and I did the deed with him. So just hurry up and divorce him and forget about the whole thing.
Okay. $500,000 a year? What the hell are you talking about? Where did that come from?
Okay, see ya.
Oh, sorry about that. Didn't realize you had lined me since last night. I had my phone in my briefcase. Didn't notice it until now. Sorry. You messaged me a bunch of times, I see. Is it urgent?
Urgent? Are you nuts, James? Of course it's urgent. Do you realize what you've done?
Huh? What is it? Are you pissed about something?
Oh no, I'm not pissed, dear. Of course I am! What the hell were you thinking? Where the hell are you anyway?
I'm at my girlfriend's place. The one I recently started seeing.
Are you talking to Arlene?
Huh? You know about her, sis?
Yeah, I got it straight from the horse's mouth.
Oh, I see. Oh, well. Now that you know, I'm going out with Arlene. As you already know. So I don't know why I'm telling you. I know your kids go to the same school as hers. But I would appreciate it if you would not make a big fuss about it.
What is it with you, James? You seem so blasé about it.
Huh? Really? I think I'm actually acting pretty normal.
You do realize that she's a married woman.
Huh? Say again?
I'm saying that this Arlene of yours, she's got a husband.
Excuse me? You're kidding, right?
By your reaction, I can tell that you had no inkling.
I know she has 2 kids, but I figured she was a single mom. She never mentioned a husband.
She said her husband is working out of state. At least for a couple of years, it seems.
You're not serious.
What's Arlene doing now?
She's still asleep.
How about her kids? Where are they?
She has the kids stay at her folks' place when I stay over, so they're not here at the moment.
Okay, I see. Just act normally and don't say that I called or that you know she has a husband. Just do as you usually do and come straight home. I know you probably have some affection for her, but we have to do something. For now, just get home and we'll discuss what we'll be doing going forward.
Okay. Yeah, sis. See you later then.
Sarah, are you there? Where is James? Do you have him locked up at home? Where is he? I haven't been able to contact him the last couple of days. What have you done with him? Just because he chose me over you? That doesn't give you the right to come between our love. You're really playing dirty, you know that, Sarah.
Lock him up? Are you serious? I don't have some weird fetish to lock my little brother up in his room.
Huh?
Huh?
What do you mean, little brother?
Yeah, my little brother James. I call him Jimmy, actually.
Huh? Hold it a second. You're telling me he's not your husband?
Jimmy, my husband? Are you serious? My husband died 3 years ago. So that $500,000 that you had your eye on? I'm sorry to break it to you, but that annual salary can't be my husband's. Obviously.
You're making this up, right?
And no way Jimmy has that kind of annual salary.
You're kidding, right? Then who is it that has the $500,000 annual salary?
Maybe you're thinking of our grandfather who recently passed away?
Your grandfather?
You might remember that there was an old man living here alone before we moved in.
Yes, I do recall there was someone living there, but I didn't give it much thought.
That was our late grandpa. Or, more accurately, he was my husband's father. When he was alive, he was a pretty well-established real estate owner. And he bought and sold property all around the state, even some out of state. I was told he made close to $500,000 a year. Before he passed away recently, he divided up the inheritance and he drew up a will that would leave an equal amount to all family members. As for this house, he left the house to my husband and I, then to me, since my husband passed away 3 years ago.
Oh, so does that mean... That means you, Sarah, you're the sole owner of that huge house?
That's right.
You're not serious, are you?
Luckily, my grandfather knew that I would be able to maintain the house financially, and he knew that his son cherished the place. It had a lot of memories, so he left the house to me. After my father retired from his company, we all moved into this house. Me, my son Carl, my younger brother James, and my folks. The 5 of us live here now.
I can't believe this! James never mentioned all of this. So there was no reason to even take James from you.
Yeah, I was wondering why you were so adamant about going out with my brother. When I told him that you were married and that your husband was working out of state, he was pretty shocked. He had no idea that you were married. He thought you were just a single mom. As a matter of fact, you told him that, right? He feels he was duped into the relationship. So, I would appreciate it if you would leave my brother alone. He wants nothing to do with you.
Just out of curiosity, what kind of annual income does James have?
Well, considering his age, probably average.
Oh, really? Well, if that's the case, no thanks. I want nothing to do with him. Goodbye. Hey, Sarah, what's the meaning of this? Did you spill the beans about my little affair with James to my husband?
Yes, told him all about it. Actually, not exactly me. It was James. He told him directly.
Are you serious? He just went ahead and told him everything. Has he totally lost his mind?
Well, you know, my brother just couldn't let that pass. He felt he'd been conned. He simply couldn't let it go. I remember that you told me where your husband worked, so I told him. And then after he asked around and found out where to contact him, my brother felt bad about the whole affair. He didn't think you were married. He needed to apologize to your husband and told him everything that happened. He had to get it off his chest is what he had to do.
What the hell was he thinking? You know what happened because of his stupidity? My husband divorced me! That's what happened! Are you guys happy now?
Oh, is that so? That's really too bad.
And what's more, I lost custody to my child, and now I have to pay compensation as well as educational support?
Oh, yeah? Really sorry to hear that. Well, I guess it was your fault. I wish you luck.
Excuse me? What's with the attitude? Don't you even feel a little remorse for what you did? You ruined my life! I have no family now! What the hell am I going to do now?
Remorse? No. Not a bit. It was all of your making. Because of your dumb little mistake, my brother was used like some toy and tossed away. How do you think he feels? He is my brother, and I love him, and I would do anything to protect him. You should be the one having remorse. The whole family is worried about my brother's mental stability. He was really hurt. Did you even stop to think about that? After he talked to your husband and confessed to what he did, he has finally come to grips with this whole mess. So I would appreciate it if you would just butt out and leave our family alone.
You can't talk to me that way! I was going to allow him to get back with me! Don't come crying to me later on because I will simply ignore him! I have way more important things to do!
What the hell are you talking about? You really think my brother would go back to you? You conned him into this because you thought you'd get rich. You didn't give 2 cents about him. He would never go back to a conniving, money-grubbing little witch like you. You show your face in front of us again, you'll regret it.
How dare you say such a...
I hear you had to promise that you would never come near your family again. Isn't that what your husband demanded of you? If that's the case, the same goes for our family. Please, get lost.
You people are evil! I was going to live with my parents, but they cut all ties with me. I'm alone, completely alone. What have you done to me? I have to work to pay child support. How can I do that alone? Isn't there one person in this whole world that will be on my side?
I really don't want to hear this crap any longer. Please get lost. I heard that Arlene never really worked much, just some part-time jobs here and there over the years. And now she is forced to work and pay child support all by herself. Well, it's all of her making. But after all that, she failed to admit her guilt. She finally found a live-in job at a family-run restaurant. It went okay for a while, until she started making moves towards the owner's son. She apparently tried her con game again, but the owner found out and fired her. On top of that, the owner pressed charges, and she was forced to pay compensation. By all accounts, the son was married. When I heard that, I just shook my head in dismay. But she wasn't finished just yet. Evidently, she borrowed money from some shady loan agency and, not surprisingly, got into trouble again. I later heard she came crying back to her ex-husband, apparently fearing for her life. But she soon realized she was no longer able to contact anybody. I never heard what happened to her after that.
Hey, sis. Your husband won't be coming home today, okay? Did you know that? Uh-huh. How did you know about that? Because he's spending the night with me. What do you mean? He left the house saying he was going on a business trip today. That's what I meant. I'm telling you that your husband and I are together. You're so dumb. That's why you lost your husband to me. What are you really saying? By the way, I'm going to get not only your husband but also that house. So get the hell out of there. I don't know what you're talking about. You're not a very fast learner. I have to explain everything from the beginning, don't I? Will you listen to me? Yes, please. Your husband and I are having an affair. You're lying. Well, listen to me. So you see, he wants to leave you and marry me. So I'm going to move into that house, and you'll have to move out in the near future. Do you understand? I understand what you're saying, but it never occurred to me that he would do something like that behind my back, so... Well, you don't expect that would happen to your own husband. Don't get down. I still can't believe it. I'll have to question him when he gets home. He and I love each other. Please don't be too hard on him. I had no idea, by the way. Because we just started dating recently. Oh, really? Yes, we did. So? What do you mean, recently? Don't be shocked, okay? Since half a month ago. He came to my salon to see me. Oh, yeah? Wait, what? Is there something you want to tell me? No, nothing. Tell him I want to talk to him tomorrow, so tell him to leave early. Yes, I'll let him know, ma'am. Stop it. You're making me uncomfortable. I'm sorry. I'll see you later. Have you finished working? Janet. Yep. It's tough to do walk-in sales. I'm exhausted. I hear you. You texted me earlier. Was it something urgent? Oh, yeah. Are you alone right now? Huh? Alone in a small bed in a small hotel. Why are you asking me that? No, Susan called me earlier and said she's staying with you tonight. What? Your sister? Yes. She says she's staying with you tonight and you're having an affair. Huh? That's ridiculous. I haven't seen her since our wedding. If anything, I don't even remember what she looks like. That's terrible. Sorry, I knew it. I wonder who she's confusing you with. Oh. What? Do you have any idea? Maybe. I have a cousin, Bobby, who looks like me. What? There's someone like that? I've never met him. Was he at our wedding? Yeah. He's been traveling around the world since he was young. So he wasn't at our wedding either. He wasn't in the States. Then I must not know him either. But isn't this Bobby overseas? Is he in the States now? Mom said he came back to the States recently. Maybe a month ago. But how could she have mistaken? He used to impersonate me a lot in the past. He even took my girlfriend. Do you guys look alike that much? Then she might not even notice. But I wonder why he is doing this. Yeah, I have no idea what he's after. Well, I'm glad you're not having an affair. There's no way I would do that. I know. Can't you just move out? I've been trying to reach you. What? Are you going to whine about your husband being taken away from you? I'll take care of it. No, I'm not. You're not falling for something, are you? Are you okay? Huh? What are you talking about? He wouldn't trick me, would he? You're the one who's being tricked. By the way, are you going to move out of that house soon? I'm not talking about moving. I'm talking about you having an affair with my husband. Oh yeah, He's crazy about me, so give him to me. Give him to me? You haven't changed since you were a child. It's frustrating that you're married with a husband who makes a lot of money. I'll take whatever I can get. He doesn't make that much money. He just changed the job recently. Huh? What are you talking about? You live in such a big house. Even the house isn't. Soon, I'll be his wife in the big house. Well, it looks like you won't listen to anything I have to say. Just get out of there. Whatever you say. If you understand, fine. Bye! Bob, are you okay on WhatsApp right now?
Oh, I was just about to text you too.
What? What's wrong?
Yeah, I asked Mom about Bobby.
What? And?
Well, it seems he's married to a foreigner overseas and is back in the US to work because of the recession.
What? He's married? And working?
He was living like a pimp when he was here, and he's not necessarily working in the US this time either. Susan is single and the owner of an aesthetic salon, right? She must have some money.
Well, since she doesn't have any employees, she must have some disposable income. Not quite wealthy, but...
I think she's in danger. I think she's being targeted.
I don't know if she'll listen to me if I tell her that. She doesn't listen to anyone. She doesn't even know about her house, and she just says she'll have the house and wants me to get out.
Oh, really? She's got it all wrong, doesn't she?
She's insisting that I leave. Are we really going to move out now?
Yeah, I guess so. If something happens, we'll get in trouble with the landlord.
I wonder if she will understand if I explain it to her.
I don't know. Maybe we can just tell her that the house is a rental and we don't own it.
Well, that's actually what it is.
Yes, it's a little difficult to explain that this house belongs to an acquaintance who's posted overseas, and we're managing and living in it.
She's a really annoying sister.
I guess so.
Susan, hey. What the hell? What are you doing? You never left, so I thought I'd move in and kick you out. But still, isn't it a bit much to just send us your package? You're insane! Get the hell out of there! I don't mind leaving, but can you pay the rent? Huh? What rent? Of course, it's the rent for this house. What? You don't own the house? Are you renting? Yes, it is. We both work, so we can afford it. But it must be a lot of money for you. What? You should just move out and I'll pay for it with him. About that, does he have money? What are you talking about? You know your husband's income, don't you? It's easy to pay when he makes $20,000 a month, right? What? $20,000 a month? What? Why are you so surprised? Oh, you don't even know your husband's monthly income? You guys are done, aren't you? That's not the point. Is that true? I don't know. I won't tell you. Come on, stop goofing around. Anyway, I'm moving into the house, so pack your stuff and get out. I understand. I should be moving out.
I know where I'm going to live next, and I'll move out as soon as I'm ready. What? You're very understanding. You can do it. I'll talk to the landlord. Okay, I'm counting on you. Bob, is this a good time to text you? Yeah, I'm just on my lunch break. Susan sent her stuff to our house. What? What kind of stuff? She's moving in, and she wants me to move out. Oh my God, what are we going to do? We have to move out. Oh yeah, I called the landlord and told him what happened. What did he say? As long as we continue to pay rent and manage the place as before, it'll be fine. I see. Still, I wonder if she can pay the rent. She says your monthly income is $20,000. $20,000? Isn't that in euro, not dollars? No way. That's a joke, but I think he earns about $20,000 a year. It's a low-cost country. We'll have to talk to Bobby once to find out what he thinks he's getting at Susan for. Yes, that's right. And then we have to tell the truth to Susan. For now, we have to move out first. Yeah, that's right. Let's move into that property you mentioned before. Okay, I'll check with their real estate agencies. Okay, thanks. Sis, I'm moving in there tomorrow. Yeah, that's fine. I've already moved out. Well, that's pretty fast for a slowpoke like you. So, I have something to say to you. What? You still have something to say? Your husband is mine. You've got it all wrong. Don't you understand? You're getting tricked. I was wondering what you were going to say. That you're mad at me for taking your husband away from you? What is this? You are making me feel bad. You need to listen to what I have to say. What? Who are you dating now? Who is it? Tell me his name. Huh? You forgot your own husband's name, you senile old bag. My boyfriend is your husband, Bob. I knew it. What do you mean I knew it? You must have lost your mind after I took him away from you. You know, my husband's name is Bob, not Bobby. What? What are you talking about? I saw him at the wedding. There's no way I could be wrong. Bob says this Bobby is his cousin. Cousin? But his face. They look so much alike you'd think they were twins. That's absurd. And this Bobby has been living abroad for a long time and has a foreign wife there. You're the one who is having an affair. What? It's not funny. Sorry. And since the economy isn't good over there, he came back to the US a month ago to work. Even though he has a monthly income of $20,000? That's a lie too. He said he makes $20,000 a year at most. You must be kidding. I'm sorry, but it's not a lie. You're being deceived. Then he wants to divorce his wife and be with me. I heard he was happy that they are going to have a baby soon. What about living together at your house? He's planning to invite his family to the US to live with him soon. What about the co-signer for the consumer loan? Huh? I don't know about that. You can't easily agree to something like that. Because he needed the money to start a new business. Hey, that's not what I expected. What should I do? Where is he? When did you last see him? Is he with you? He hasn't seen me lately.
He says he's busy. You're in big trouble. Anyway, I'll call you again. You look for him. Okay. Bob, I found out something terrible.
Janet, it's a new revelation over here, too.
What? What? But I'll tell you first. Bobby is borrowing money from a consumer loan company with Susan as a co-signer.
What? That's not good.
What kind of information do you have?
Well, I checked with my mom, and she said his wife had just given birth, and he went back to his home overseas.
What? What about the debt and Susan?
I don't know either.
Sorry. What's going to happen?
I'm sure she will have to repay the debt.
It's terrible.
Really, he has a child abroad. He's got money, and I feel sorry for Susan.
I don't know what to say to her.
Let's talk in person.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Sis? Susan, where are you now? Your salon is closed. What happened? I closed my salon. I can't open for business because debt collectors came. What? So, I was thinking of going to his house overseas. What? What do you mean? Then, I was thinking of kicking his wife out and living with him. Don't be ridiculous. You were cheated. He told me he'd leave his wife and we'd be together. That he'd marry me. Wake up. And you said his house, but you don't know where it is, do you? But I was able to identify it on his social networking site. I just sent him a DM. He said he's on his way to see me. Hey, are you serious? Yes, I'm serious because he said he loved me. He said he was leaving his wife. I don't know what to say anymore. Okay, go ahead. Go and find out what's really going on. Huh? What's with that tone? Do you really think I'm going to be crushed? I didn't mean it like that. Well, okay. I'll be on my way. Don't do anything rash. She followed him overseas, and apparently she went to his house there. When his wife found out what happened, she got mad and stabbed him. He was not killed, but the police were involved, and it was reported on the news. She returned to the US and sold her salon to pay off her debts, but she is short of money. She's now working in a brothel. Bobby, on the other hand, is divorced from his wife and is demanded alimony. He has been unable to work due to the after effects of the stab wounds and is having trouble making ends meet.